All right. First day on the Ubereats. Let's see how this is. Let's go and get this money. Yeah. I'll do it tomorrow. What's going on, YouTube? This is Elijah here, coming at you with another video from the uberlifestyle.com. Now, clearly, I know you don't want what happened to me at the end of this video happening to you, right? So you just signed up for Uber Eats. A little nervous, kind of curious. How is that day exactly going to play out your first day? How do you use the app? How do you know where to go? How do you know where to pick up the food? All this unknown stuff. So today, we're going to actually walk through a full-on one delivery, as in your first delivery, and what it's going to be like with screenshots of what you're going to see on your phone and what you can expect. Before we officially get started, you got to realize that this is 100% getting familiar with the app. That's it. Once you're familiar with the app, you can literally be doing this and you'll be mentally somewhere else. And that's what you want. You want things to be easy, right? It just takes a little repetition, doing it over and over again. And probably after maybe your first 5 trips, it's just going to become very easy. With that said, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you want to do is you want to actually click the online button, because you're not going to get a request without actually being online, unless that's some kind of glitch or something. But seriously, click the online button and go ahead and wait to receive a request. When you receive a request for a delivery, it's going to have a little burger, shakes, and fries icon, depending on your location if you're using the Android or iPhone. But it's going to have some kind of food icon, and you'll have 15 seconds to accept the request. When it comes through, go ahead and click on it, click accept, then the whole process gets started. Once you accept, the overall map is going to pop up showing you what's the name of the restaurant and where it is, as well as the navigate button at the bottom. When you click the navigate button, it's going to navigate you to the restaurant using whatever third-party app you have set up. Most likely you're going to choose either Waze or Google Maps. If you want to know more information about that, click the box up here. You can make an educated choice on which one you want to use. I personally prefer Waze, but check the article out or check the video out and you can make your own decision. If there are any parking instructions or instructions you need to know about the restaurant, clicking on the restaurant name, scrolling up slightly, and the instructions will pop up if there are any. If there aren't any instructions, that means that there's nothing special that needs to be done. If there are, this is information that you can use to your advantage. So let's say they have a designated parking area for you. They'll say that in the instructions. And that's good to know, because you don't have to look for 3 or 4 minutes for a parking spot if they have an area set up for Uber Eats drivers. Next, you want to click on pick up order, or orders, depending on how many there's going to be. Once you get to this screen, it's showing basically the customer name and the customer number. Now that's important. You want to make sure you pay attention to those two and confirm it with the restaurant person. Because let's say if you have an order for John. John is a pretty common name. They could have easily got 2 orders at around the same time and their name is John. So you want to make sure you confirm that order number at the top left hand of the screen. If the order is not ready when you get there, you want to click order not ready, and that'll notify the restaurant that, hey, your driver is here and they're waiting. Even though they already know that, I'm assuming this is part of a feedback process for Uber. If they hit that too many times, they'll probably let them know, hey, y'all need to time when y'all actually put the order out better. Just a little side note, if you're wearing some kind of Uber t-shirt or something that says Uber, you don't even have to say anything to them. You walk in the restaurant and they already know, hey, this guy's from Uber Eats, he's picking up this order. Just a little subtle thing that they can instantly identify you with. Once you pick up the food, you want to go ahead and hit the thumbs up, hit the check mark, and then hit whether it was a good experience or a bad experience. If it was a bad experience, then it's going to give you a list of reasons to pick from. unpleasant or they took a long time, staff was unprofessional, etc. And make sure you rate this honestly, because if they get enough feedback from us drivers, that's when Uber is going to notify them to, change whatever is upsetting people. Like if it's a long wait, once again, they're going to ask, time it better when you click that, you send that order out for us to go. Click next, and then you'll officially be ready to go ahead and get started on heading to the customer place. So hop back in your car or bike, whichever one that you're using, and you want to slide start trip. When you start the trip, the address to the customer's pickup location is going to pop up. The same as when the restaurant popped up before. The only difference is this is going to be the customer drop-off point. So you want to go ahead and hit navigate and work your way to that location. On a side note, the same way that if there's any special instructions for the restaurant, you repeat that same process and they'll let you know if there's any special instructions for the customer, like, hey, meet me on the curb or this, etc. Or if they live in the apartment complex, say the gate code is such and such. You want to check that first, because you don't want to roll up there and then check and you already drove around, did all this. Just check it first, that way you can already have the information ahead of time. When you start approaching the customer location, it's going to let you know if it's a walk up or stay in the car. Walk up means they want you to physically bring it to the address, whether it's their house or their particular apartment, whatever, they want you to physically bring it up. If it says stay in the car, that means that the customer has agreed to come and meet you outside. So you just wait outside and wait for them to come to you. If at any point you need to get in contact with your customer, you want to click that little phone icon at the bottom. That'll connect you to the customer and you can either message them or call them. Pick whichever one is appropriate based on the situation. I will say that a little degree of patience does help here. Don't get there if you immediately don't see the customer around. Call them. Maybe wait about a minute or two, then message them, then call them. And if they don't answer the phone when you do give them a call, then let Uber know and you wait for another 5 minutes and you'll officially be paid for that order. Doesn't happen often, but it's good to know that protocol in case you need to use it. So you walk up to the customer's door, ring the doorbell. He or she answers the door. You smile. You confirm that that's the person who placed the order. You hand them their food. They smile back at you. Trust me, they're going to smile back at you because they're going to be very happy to get their food. Some people, they start doing jumping jacks. But once you've handed them the food, you've officially completed the order from a physical standpoint. Then you click on who did you leave the food with? Was it the person who placed the order? Was it their spouse, roommate, etc.? And then you click on how the drop off was. Did you have to wait a long time? Was it hard to find, etc.? Part of the feedback system. And then you officially press complete trip, and bam, you've just completed your first Uber Eats delivery. It wasn't too hard, right? Once you find out how easy it is, you're going to be begging to get another request. That covers it for this video. If you have any more questions about Uber Eats, go to www.theuberlifestyle.com and click on Uber Eats. Until the next time, this is Elijah. Peace out.